Hello Capricorn, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading going from the 19th to the 25th of August. Yes, totally moving into your autumn period, according to the Astroflower. Okay, this is 3 months before your birthday. Very timid sort of entrance, but certainly the entrance nonetheless. Here is your overall energies, your karmic message on your relationship, your karmic message on your financial side, or your business or your projects. Then there is the influence on the universe. And then after that is the influence on your past self. So basically what got you to where you are today and what information you can bring out of that. Because obviously in retrospection we see things a little bit differently to what we see them as they're in the future as we're going towards them. And this is your future self. What brings you into your future? What is willing you on? And then out of the top, you get the lessons for the week or the understandings that you can take out of this week. Okay, so without further ado, let me just bring the chair in a little bit. Let's get on with your reading. I hope you have a lovely reading. Right, overall energies here. Let me have a look and see what's going on here. There's things on both sides. On the relationship side, it seems to be very rounded. There doesn't seem to be one thing that's pulling you in one particular direction more than anything else. It's your learning to be happy with who you are. That's what it seems like. Okay, so on your financial side, this is a bit different here. We have multiple things going on here, but it's ultimately leading to something that is much bigger. So it's connecting a lot of different dots here this week here. And as you connect those different dots, this is what's going to drive you into your success. The Moon, Scorpio card. I think you're learning about yourself. This is what I said about the relationship side, being really content with who you are. And I think it's also, I think you're finding another gear within your financial world, within your business and your projects or your career path, whatever it is, or the, you know, your personal projects within your life. I think there's various things coming together here that are coming to the surface that you didn't really see arriving. It could be like someone sort of, you know, someone saying to you, oh, look, we're going to give you this loan and stuff like that so you can do your business. And then they pull out. It could also be about that sort of thing. And it's where I think you're getting to know yourself. You're bringing things to the surface that might be a bit of a surprise for you more than anything else. But I don't think this is going to stop you in any way. I think there may be some people around you that may be out to stop you, to hold you back, but it's too late. The horse has already bolted. Capricorn, it seems like you've already got that in your mind's eye. You're off and you're running. You got your head down and you're being very Capricorn about it and kind of going, I'm going after it sort of scenario. Okay, let's just see what's going on the relationship side here. The karmic message here is playing into your past. I think this is basically, you could be reminiscing about how things have gone in any relationships. And that could be anything from one-to-one relationship, family, friends, community, whatever it is. There's a real sort of moment of reflection here about what you've been living and, you know, what is worthwhile living in the future, basically. The karmic message, the universe is, it's bringing a lot in. It's bringing in this moon thing. It's helping you to understand with all your connections with the people that are around you. I think it's making it blatantly clear to you, and unfortunately bringing some things up to the surface that you may know, but you may not like, you don't want to know. It's like, you know, finding out about something about someone or some sort of situation where you kind of think, oh, I knew that person wasn't that, you know, like that. But, you know, I hoped that they wouldn't be like that. I hope there'd be another way. And that's what's sort of coming through here more than anything else. On the past self, there's a lot coming in from the past. Realization about how you've engaged in relationships. No relationship is only one-sided. There is two sides to everything. You have your role to play in everything that has happened to you. You can't negate that. And I think this is helping you to recognize that, and it's only going to make you stronger. In your future self, is just accumulating, as if to sort of say, Capricorn's here, if you want it, here it is, come and get it, sort of scenario. That's your future sort of stance in a way. And what's the lesson to be learned out of this week here? Ultimately, you are the creator of your own happiness. And unfortunately, Capricorn, sometimes people don't tend to notice it, but you have this very, very huge apathy for the outside world. which can be very detrimental to you at times. So you end up doing things that, looking in hindsight, you kind of think, nah, I shouldn't have done that, really. It shouldn't have been like that. You know, I let them get away with it, or I wasn't clear enough on myself in regards to that, and I was a fool to myself. Sort of scenario. That's the sort of thing that comes out of it. So on your karmic path, you get the Queen of Pentacles. You. This is you. You know, this is the thing about Capricorn. And unfortunately, half the times you'll say things and then people will kind of, nah, don't be stupid, that's never going to happen. And then 6 months, year later, it happens. And you just kind of go, you don't even say, I told you so. You just kind of go, I know I was right. And you know you were right. You know you. You know when you've done right, and you know when you've done wrong as well. No one's perfect, but you know yourself, and it's all about knowing yourself. And the universe here is doing that. It's planning for a future. It's planning for a future that you can create your own world around you, your own happiness. And I think this is where you're getting very comfortable about what you are planning for your future more than anything else, and feeling very happy about it. There's a lot of messages coming in from the past, a lot of communication to help you understand what you have done, how you've done things, how you've engaged in life, what has been very beneficial, what has been detrimental. Everything like that is a real giving you a laser focus on where you can be going in your future. And look at that. It's a tower moment. It's almost as that the tower moment is almost as if sort of saying, this is who I am, come tear it down. Come teach me something new. Come tickle my bone of curiosity. And it's almost as if like you're setting yourself up for a fall in a way. But at the same time, I think it's a fall in a way of sort of saying, well, you don't need to, because it's two-sided here. There is this case of sort of saying, I don't need to put up this tower anymore. I don't need to put up these defenses. I don't need to sort of like justify myself according to others. And that's that tower moment. I think the tower moment is for you, but also I think it is for the outside world. I think the outside world is going to see, the side of Capricorn that I think they're going to realize. I think in the future, I think a lot of people are going to realize that, man, we had that pegged wrong. We did Capricorn wrong. And what comes out the top? Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. You going on to the Queen of Wands. Very, very passionate about various different things in life, but without being overly passionate about just one thing. And this is where I think you're finding yourself a lot more comfortable about how you're engaging in life. And I think you really want the magical side of life. I think you've got that within you. I think you want it to be sort of, you want to be, you want the magic of love, but without the control. Of not trying to control someone else and someone else not trying to control you. But still get into that magic of life, that sparring thing you get in love where you're teasing one another. It's like going back to school where you pull the pigtails of someone in your class. You're teasing them, but really because you love them. And you love that sort of idea, that whole sort of play and everything like that. And I think here is like, once you set down any defenses and let go of all your defenses, that's where you're only going to get play and enjoyment. And I think this is really you. And I think this is a surprising way to be. I think you're really changing. I think this has a lot to do with Pluto as well, going through your sign. And finally, it's coming back into your sign in October, November, and then it will be gone for definitively. And I think that's a lot about that. On the financial side, I've seen that card. I didn't even do the messages coming from it. Sorry, I do apologize. On your karmic path, you have the Empress. Yeah, you're taking your emotions out of the situation in regards to your financial side. This is where I said sort of like other people may want to do you wrong, but actually there's no stopping you here. She's sat on a log that looks like it's in the shape of a heart. She has complete, and she is protected from her emotions. And this is what you need to be doing on your going forward on your financial side or your business or your project side. It's definitely your karmic path is playing into your future. There is no doubt about it. Within the lessons that you can take from this week, the power that you can engage within yourself to achieve the goals that you want. The universe is it's getting out there. You're pushing out constantly. The universe is constantly sort of pushing your project forward on a very steady, consistent level. It's not a case of, it's better to grow slowly and surely than to have just a peak and then just drops off. I guarantee you, it's the same for this YouTube channel. It's a steady growth. It's a growth thing that we've been doing over nearly coming up to 3 years now, and it has been growing steadily, a little bit slower than I would I want, but I'm very patient, like all Capricorns, and I think this is what the universe is saying here: being patient about it. The universe has got your back. Your past self is playing it into your karmic path, so it's your past self. It's obviously a project that you've been working on for a long period of time, and it's now ingrained in you to go after that business, that job, or that project, whatever you're doing. It's definitely a long-term plan, and it's feeding you. What you've been done in the past will feed your future. You will understand a great deal of stuff in the future because of your past. And in your future self is playing into that. I think it's a bit of a leap of faith that you're going into. Although you may have been doing this for some time, it's like you've got to reinvent the wheel a little bit in order to reinvigorate things. And this is where I think you've got to bring things to the surface, that maybe it's a case here of similar thing to the Tower moment here, of letting go of trying to be smart in business and just go ahead and do business. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's all very well being smart and having all the bells and gubbins, but at the same time, if you're concentrating on all the bells and gubbins, there's no real subsistence. Yeah, I can't even say that word. Substance to what you're doing. And I think this is what you need to concentrate on, the substance of what you're doing, basically. The lesson that comes out of this week here is, I'm trying to get more than that out of it, but it's almost just sort of saying, stop messing around. And I think that's what comes in there on your karmic path. She knows what she's doing. She's the empress of her empire, and she's running her empire by having a control over her emotions. Okay? 3 of Wands, steady but short. As I said, I think the universe is waiting for something to come to the surface so it clears out your system. So then that frees you up in order for you to go flying ahead. And I think this is what is happening this week. The potential that you have in the universal energy is phenomenal. But in order to unleash it, there is obviously something that needs to come to the surface. And I'm not necessarily sure that it actually comes from within you. I think it comes from around you. So it sorts out, the world naturally is just sorting the chaff from the wheat in your life around you. Yeah. You made a decision some time ago to follow this path. And now you are a leader in your pathway, and you are emotionally immune to the setbacks that other people can put into your pathway. And out the top, you get the Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, sorry. Yeah, joy and happiness. I think that's what's coming to you. And I think once you get that substance of what you should be doing, I can say that word well now, can't I? Once you can get the substance of what you're actually doing, that's when you're going to get your happiness. That's when you're going to get your ultimate energies. And the Queen of Cups there, she is totally at one. She starts shining. And when she starts shining, that's when she can really sort of like allow her emotions to flow in a way that's good for her. That she doesn't need the outside world to generate a good vibe. And that's what the realization is in the future. It's all down to you. You should know. And then you get the Queen of Swords. I want to swear, but I'm not allowed to on YouTube. Oh, gee whiz, look at that. Capricorn. You've got the 4 queens in the main reading. And the 4 queens, I'll say it. I'll be honest with you. I'll say it. I'm not stupid. I know who wears the trousers in the family. We all know it. It's the Queen. It's the Queen. Look at a chessboard, yeah? The king can't move because he's laden down by concerns of power and valor and position and everything like that. The Queen, she wanders around the board. She can do loads of things to the Queen. And this is what it's all about. At the top of your thing this is all about knowing your path. The Queen of Swords is looking off the card, okay? The King of Swords is looking down the card. And most of these queens here are either looking, she's looking to her own contentment, which is you're looking for your happiness within your relationship side. Here she is looking for the magic of life around her. She's looking off to one side, but being very straight and very true. And the Queen of Cups is enjoying her own emotions within her. And you have a huge amount of emotions, Capricorn. And with the Queen of Swords on the other card, she has, let me see if it's not just on here somewhere. She has this lace of sort of like red around her, but on the other pack, the Queen of Swords has the heart. She sat on her throne with a heart underneath the throne. She's had control of it, which is what we got on the Empress card here. This is where you've got to know, you've got to trust your own inner being, basically, Capricorn. And I think once you do that, that's when that gets converted into some really fantastic things for you. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers card. Let's see the clarification, see what we're getting here. With the Moon card, you get the Six of Wands. Yeah, I think there's things that need to come to the surface, certainly within your relationship side. There is great victories to be had and great fun to be had within your relationships. A real glow-up moment. I think people are going to realise how lucky they are to be involved in a Capricorn, maybe. I'm a Capricorn as well, obviously. That's part of why I'm saying it, you know. But you know, it's I think people are gonna realise that, and I think that's what that Tower moment is all about. With the Queen of Pentacles, you get the Four of Wands. This is all about marriage, actually, that's influencing you. And as I say, I think at the top there, I think you want that happiness, that pulling of pigtails, that sort of like, you know, pushing each other's buttons and teasing one another in a really loving way. You know, I think you miss that a little bit out of relationships, and I think that's what you're looking for. Yeah, definitely. Look at that. The plan here is to get yourself on a passionate mission in life, and I think that passionate mission is definitely going to bring you some great success, Capricorn. Going off and planning for your future, and I think being content with who you are. You'll have the world at your feet, and you can go off in a mission, in whichever you see fit. You know, with the Eight of Wands, this is your past, you get the Seven of Cups. I think you know now. I think you're getting a lot of information from the past that helps you to realise and know. That's what the Seven is all about. Seven is about realisation, revelation to you. And that's revealing the emotions that sit nicely with you. And, you know, you might have lots of possibilities around you, but really, once you look at all those possibilities, there's no choice here. That is what you should be doing, or that is who you should be, or that is the direction you should be going in. And once that information comes through and that realization happens within you, that's when the Tower moment sort of takes place. You get rid of all the old belief systems, and people start seeing Capricorn, the shining light of Capricorn, and kind of start going, wow, oh man, didn't peg that right. Look at that, King of Cups with the Tower. On the opposite side, on your financial side, you've got the Queen of Cups. This is definite emotional security within your life, and I think this needs to happen. I think this revelation needs to happen, and you know, power structures need to sort of fall to the floor in order for you to feel happy about what you're living. And it's like having all that love without the control, basically. I think that's what's sort of happening. And look at that, at the top, you get the King of Pentacles. This is totally you energy, because you have all this earth, but actually you got more water than you do earth. And I think this is the true you coming out to the surface. And with the Queen of Wands going off on that mission, that connecting with the world around you, on that very passionate mission, you have the Queen of Wands here and excited and about the magic of life. And this is making you feel very secure because you know who you are. You know that. And that could then open up to a whole new sort of relationship within your life, a very much more sort of solid relationship within your life, one that does, you know, that loves you rather than wants to own you, sort of thing. And I think this is what's coming to the surface here within your life. Absolutely beautiful. Let's just see what's going on the financial side with the Moon cards. Yeah, there's something that definitely needs to come to the surface. Look, we've got 2 6s here. On the overall energies, it means you're on the right path, that's for sure. There's no doubt about it. But with the Moon card, with the 6 of Swords, it means that there's something that needs to come to the surface before you can get to the Karma Swords, where you can get to the good results that are really playing beautifully for you. And once you start doing that, And I think this is what unplugs the beautiful energy that is in the universe, that is waiting for this moment. And it will then be a cascade of success within your life. With the Empress card, you get the Strength card. Yes, I think you need to be strong and true to your goals, to what you set out to start doing in life. And once you start doing that and take the emotions out of the situation, I think it's going to all of a sudden, it's going to show people up around you that don't want your success. And they will just fall by the wayside. Yeah, the universe is waiting for you to manifest it. It's waiting for this manifestation to happen within your life. And once it does start happening within your life, this is when you can really start bringing in the good stuff. And really start, the abundance of success will stream into your life. What's with this past? This Two of Swords. Yeah, that's exactly what I got here. I think there's something in the past that you might have made difficult decisions in regards to your project, your business, or your career path, that now you realize in the past it tied you up, it boxed you in, it made you feel very stagnant, as though things were not advancing and they were just sort of like in the hamster wheel. I think there's a decision in the past that, I think you're realizing it, and it's that realization could be that Moon card that's setting you free for that King or that Queen of Cups on that side there. And that Queen of Cups is that happiness about going after and planting the seeds of your own success, allowing you to liberate your emotions in a different way. And these liberating, this driving force, emotional force that you could have behind it could literally be just determination. So it may not be just a case of you kind of go, wow, it's great. Just kind of going, yeah, no, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to have. And it's sort of that attitude that's coming out of this, and knowing it. And just because you know it, it makes you feel happy. And that's when you can allow yourself to enjoy your success as you go forward. Queen of Swords out the very top here. I think that ties into that. With the Queen of Swords, you get the Five of Pentacles. I think there's decisions that you made in the past that actually probably were financially detrimental to you. And that was that whole idea of just you being too nice, Capricorn, and allowing people to get away with stuff around you in your life in regards to your projects or your business or your career path. I just think you were too nice about it all. And I think it's a lesson now that because you've suffered the consequences of those decisions. And now and now that is what is also coming to the surface. It is liberating you and allowing you to get ultimately huge success. It is there on your doorstep, Capricorn. It is there on your doorstep. And it's almost just waiting for you just to gently open the door. But to open that door, it's through that realizations of that. And once you do that, you can really manifest what you want in the future. No doubt about it. And it may be a case of just, freeing yourself up from any sort of like conflictual sort of things you might have had with competitors, with partners, within the company, with work colleagues, or whatever it is. And now it's a case of kind of going, I know what I've got to do. I know. There you go, Capricorn. Thanking you very much for being with us. Really do appreciate all the support you give this channel through the YouTube system. It's absolutely beautiful. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I really do. Yes, I will see you on the energy reading or an energy update or something like that on this channel, or on one of these readings as well, if you're looking at your rising or your ascending or whatever. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.